so thank you so much. We're going to start off and hand it off to David Morin.
Thank you, Christina. What's up, everybody? I'm gonna do the best I can to give you what I know with the time that I spent with Gregg, so you can understand the type of man that Gregg was. Gregg was a soldier of service. He was never above anyone. He's always striving to connect to those that needed something, okay? Soldier of service. Now his greatness, everybody looks at him, he's a fitness icon. Over 200 cover of magazines, films. How did he build all this? What's his story? Where did he come from? All-American wrestler. Two-time collegiate All-American wrestler. West Point graduate, okay? He came from a loving, caring family values that helped develop that character strength, okay? But you can sum Gregg up with two words: heart and balls. Gregg had the balls, okay, to say what everyone else was afraid to say, okay? I met Gregg in 2005. I was in New York City. I just went through a divorce. Lost my house, custody battle, the whole thing. Confused, clouded. What am I gonna do in my life? Gregg, I met Gregg at Men's Health, 2005 at a photo shoot. This guy, man, he's like a sniper scope. He's got his stuff together, knows exactly how to execute a plan. You put him in a crazy place like New York City, just came back from military service. Put him right in the biggest city on the East Coast. Here, make a career. That's exactly what he did. He told me a few words, he gave me a few pearls, he told me what to do and what not to do. Control your image, David. Find a way to make things happen. Well, how do I do that, Gregg? I found out. Heart. This is what I'm talking about, Gregg's heart. Walking the streets of New York, he's going to a casting, he meets a guy at a casting. He's a fashion designer, young designer. Hey Gregg, man, I saw you on the cover of Muscle and Fitness. I'm a young designer, I'm developing my own jean line. Would you model for me? Yeah, what do you want? It's like, he calls his agent, Adam Silver, no, this guy needs to pay you, man. You're just on the cover of Muscle and Fitness, you got a career. You gotta make money, you got bills to pay. Gregg said, no, I'm gonna help this guy out. So he's gonna give me a couple pairs of jeans, I'm gonna do a couple photos with his jeans, and that's that. Little did Gregg know that that act of generosity, that act of kindness, would lead to one of the biggest fragrance campaigns of any fitness model that's ever been on the planet. $250,000 fragrance campaign for Terry Mugler. Terry Mugler sees a poster in a bus stop, like 5x7, little shot. There's Gregg, there's Gregg's abs. Everybody knows what he looks like, right? Military corps, strong, in a pair of jeans. Terry Mugler points at that little poster, says, I want that guy. I want that guy. Gregg happens to be in Chicago at the time, sleeping in a car. He's in the doghouse. That's okay, he loved dogs. So he had no problem sleeping with them. So, as the story goes, he finds a way to get a flight from Chicago. 3 days before Christmas, flies to New York, signs a contract for $250,000. Why? Because he believed in himself. Because he had the heart, and he had the balls. Okay, from there, he packed up everything. He knew that he was destined for something great. He believed in his vision. He understood his purpose was to inspire others. Never to dominate, never to intimidate. Always to nurture, leadership. You got guys out here, they got 1 million followers. Gregg was one of those guys, he had 1 million followers. But he created leaders. He didn't want you to follow. He wanted you to walk by his side. Experience what he experienced. Iron sharpens iron. So as we look back and we remember Gregg, each and every one of you are here today because you remember the greatness. He touched your life in some way. You identified with him. You feel strong because he showed you how to be strong. That courage is in each and every one of us here today. And Gregg's message went in your eyes and in your ears. And now you're a part of that message. Because I was writing down what I was going to speak about today. And I was thinking, man, how can I in 5-10 minutes max sum up somebody who was so important to so many people? And then I wrote down, great. Gregg was great. Well, Gregg and great. Pretty close, right? The only difference is the A and the T. And that's what made him great. Gregg knew where he was at every second of the day. He would show up consistently. He'd be at this expo right now, here today. And he is here today. He'd be at the booth waiting on people from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because they would be so honored to share a moment with somebody who was willing to find out about what was going on in their life, their struggles, how he could connect, how could he give them something that he yielded from his life to help them along their journey. Gregg, greatness, forever tied together because now you're at this moment. You brought yourself here. Now the responsibility is in your court. It's in your hands. We all share greatness. We all saw greatness in Gregg. That's because we identified with that. It beats in our own hearts. Okay? 14 days after an embryo is fertilized. 14 days, the cells of an embryo create a heart. Not a brain, but a heart, a beating heart. Gregg's heart just beat a little bit stronger, a little bit louder. Probably the next portion of his anatomy created was his balls. Because I tell you, never have I met someone so fearless, and that's the thing. You guys got to remember, behind every ounce of fear, there is a window of opportunity. There is a strength. There is a resilience. There's an energy. Why does it make your heart beat so fast when you're afraid of something? Why? Because that's part of you on the other side. You got to find that. Confront that. Everybody lives in this small paradigm of what they can and what they can't do based on what? Based on fear, doubt, limitation. All that stuff isn't programmed in your body. It's programmed out here. It doesn't exist. And that's what Gregg stood for. And that's what each and every one of us will find because his legacy lives on. So if you're not a member of Gregg's site and you need motivation, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're three-time Mr. Olympia. I don't care if you're Sylvester Stallone, because Sylvester Stallone said himself, I'm a member of your website, Gregg. You inspired me. Remember, greatness is in each and every one of us. You just have to be at the place to own it, to work for it. Thank you very much.
Please welcome Darren Schneider of Metrics.
Wow, David, I have goosebumps right now listening to him. And there was something that really just stuck out to me about this, something wrong about me being here on stage today. Because I'm just trying to wake up from this fucking nightmare that I'm in right now. And he should be here with us, standing next to all of us. And I'm sorry for that. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to talk about Gregg this morning. To know him personally was a privilege. He wasn't just a metrics athlete to me, he was a friend and a confidant. Gregg was a man with a very busy schedule, but he would drop everything to give you his time, advice, motivation, friendship. I remember numerous times at the trade shows where the security would be shutting the lights down and they'd be pushing us out, and he would continue to talk with the fans until he got to each and every one of them. His passion for health and wellness was contagious. Tens of thousands of fans would flock to his website to gain support they needed to reach their goals. He sincerely cared about his fans. He was emotionally invested in their growth and development. Gregg personally taught me so much about living life to my fullest potential, of believing in myself, about improving the way you see things and how you view your life. He taught me about becoming a fighter, not settling, and about making life the best version that you can make it. He was a strong believer in balance with your life, with your work, family, and dieting, and training. He believed that doing too much of the same thing wasn't the way to succeed. You have have to set goals. You have to fight. You have to fight a hard fight. Fight through the pain in order to get stronger. He helped me realize He helped me realize that it's okay to fail. Failing builds strength. It helps you be better. He told me to focus on the power of the mind, because that is where the strength lies. When your body is yelling to give up, your drive and determination will overcome that. Gregg never lost his drive, his hunger. He felt that we can always make improvements in different areas of our lives. He truly lived every aspect of his life, motivating and being a source of inspiration to others. Gregg is an icon, leaving quite a legacy behind. And I am saddened, deeply saddened, that I'll miss seeing Gregg reach new heights. He had so many great ideas on the horizon, and so much more to do in his life. I'll never be able to make sense of Gregg's passing, but I know that his voice will be in my head, motivating me to live my life to the fullest. That is the best way I know to honor the man and the legend that he was. I miss you, Gregg.
Please welcome Binais Begovic, owner-publisher, Ironman Magazine.
It was May last year. I picked Gregg up at Stockholm International Airport. He flew in from Turkey. Before that, he was somewhere else, probably inspiring thousands of people, jumping out of airplanes or chasing crocodiles. It was 10 p.m. I asked him if he was hungry. He said nope. I asked if he was tired. He said, no man, I'm good. He asked me if there was anything fun to do in Stockholm that Thursday night. I said, Gregg, we have a 3-day expo ahead. Don't you want to get some rest? He told me, man, I was just stuck on an airplane for 3 hours. I want to go do something fun. The day after, he held a seminar. Almost 2,000 people, different ages, from different parts of the country showed up and didn't move from their seats for hours during Gregg's seminar. Every word that came out of his mouth was holy. His energy, wisdom, and inspiration was magical. The only problem was that we had a schedule to follow and needed a stage for our next program. I was able to make eye contact with Gregg, and I made a gesture to cut it off. He nodded and gave me a thumb up. 20 minutes later, he was still on that stage. It was just one example of his boundless energy, his passion for inspiring people, and his incredible work ethic. I would like to read one of Gregg's many amazing quotes. If you don't give 110% in your life, I promise you life will hunt you for the rest of your days. Time is the most valuable asset on earth, a depreciating asset. Don't waste another moment of life where you are not at your fullest potential, getting the most out of the time you have in life. End of quote. I spoke to Gregg the day before the accident, and we were both excited about my acquisition of Ironman magazine. He had so many ideas and suggestions for his upcoming column in the first issue under my ownership. I had big dreams for my new magazine, and I wanted my friend to be a big part of it. The next day he was gone. The world had lost one of its shining stars. I had lost a friend. It was devastating. Through his website, magazines, and his appearances, he inspired thousands of people. Even more than that, he changed many people's lives. His legacy will live on forever. I am dedicating our next Ironman issue, which is also the first issue under my ownership, to Gregg. It's my utmost honor to continue spreading the word and his legacy through Ironman magazine. Gregg, you will be missed but never forgotten. Rest in peace, my friend.
Last but not least, please welcome Per Bernal.
Hey guys, my voice is kind of gone, so I prepared like a long speech, but I'm just going to say a few things. I met Gregg about 10 years ago, and immediately knew that this was someone very, very special. He's a man, kind of man you meet once in a lifetime. We worked together on many covers and training shoes. And I got to know this guy as, I would call him a Renaissance man. He had so many sides to him, not just like a perfect cover guy with a perfect physique. He had a lot of soul, very philosophical. We spoke about everything between heaven and earth. You know, he had an opinion about everything. I think his message was conquer your fear. Take your life, live your life, you know, take your potential and do the most of it. Don't let your fears stand, you know, in your way. And I think by disciplining your body and mind, this is possible. He was a perfectionist. You know, a lot of people that's been shooting for me, I've known for pushing people very far. But with him was almost the opposite. He was pushing me, you know, to be the best I could be. You know, a lot of times, you know, I said, you know, usually I say, you know, let's try 1%, one more rep, one more shot. And what he used to do is come up to my camera, look at him and just say, hey, listen, Per, I think we can make it one more time. I think I could do it better. It's a legacy. You know, what he did is, the only other person like in this industry is like, he's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger of fitness. He will be remembered. You know, he's always going to stay with me. Whenever I had a downtime, you know, I could just lift the phone, give him a call, and he would try to see the positive, you know, turn something negative into a positive thing. I miss you, guy. I miss you, Gregg. There was so much more that could have been done. I was looking forward. Just like Binais, I spoke to him the night before the accident. I was so happy. It's like, he seemed so perfect at the time. You know, he had been working so hard. Finally seemed like he had a beautiful girl. You know, he had his life in front of him. You know, his kids, marriage. I was just so happy for him. You know, finally he's going to be able to enjoy this fruit of their hard labor. It wasn't meant to be. And it saddens me because there were so many more chapters that have been written. We had so many plans, you know, moving forward. Even talking about doing a quarterly magazine called Gregg, that I wanted to, you know, focus what he had to share with the world. I mean, this guy was something else. Had so much spirit, so much knowledge, so much wisdom. And it's just taken from us so suddenly. And it doesn't feel fair, and it's like, it's been very hard to understand, you know, why did this need to happen? This guy had so much to share with us. I mean, we're happy. He has a legacy. I think with his website, all the quotes he has shared with us, we have something great to build upon. I mean, he has inspired millions of people to change their life. I think we could carry this legacy and continue his job, his vision, because it was a vision he had. You know, be the best you can be. Don't be afraid. I'll give you the tools you need to to meet your fears. You know, it's like you said, you know, behind fear, if you could just conquer your fear, you could meet the real you. It's also my personal experience. Through hard work, love what you do it well, the money will come, success will come. You will inspire other people as well. And I think that's perhaps the best thing you could do for your people around you. Greg, I miss you. Rest in peace. There's so much more we could have done together with your family. My love goes out to his father, mother, girlfriend, sister. We're never going to see another Greg. Hopefully there is someone else though out there that, you know, through the inspiration Greg shared with us, could step up to the plate. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for being my friend. It's an honor to go next, you know, by your side and see how much you're growing as a man. Very special. Love you, bro. Thank you so much.
We don't have a lot of time left, but we do have a very special video that we want to share with you all now. It only captures a glimmer of who Greg was, but we hope you all enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
People talk the game, others walk it. And there comes somebody once in a while that changes the game.
You'll never know the limits of your possibilities until you shine on the water of the impossible. Everyone wants to be the lawyer, wants to be the doctor, wants to be the inspiration, wants to be someone of principle. No one wants to be forgotten. One day, you gotta graduate life. You can't always be the pupil, you gotta be the master. You gotta be the guy that's creating the material for others to try to study from. You can't always ask a question, you're asking a question because you don't believe in the journey you're about to embark on. Mentally, you must believe it before you physically start it. You wanna focus on the horizon. Don't get carried away with all those speed bumps in life. Alright, horizon in the future. You'll be there soon enough.
Build a legacy, guys. Every single day, the small things in life hold value to it. It's you doing it. And you should have value in yourself. When you value your name, your life will be remembered.
When you follow through with things in life, guys, you achieve the confidence, the mentality that anything's possible. No regrets, no wonders, what if. Just excitement of what could be.
You guys are saying you're doing everything right. You're giving it your all. Come on. Your all's mean what we say. Be a pillar in the community. Someone whose word isn't just voices, who stands behind it. That's a guy responsibility. That's someone you can trust. His word means something. That's a role model right there, guys. That's what you want to be. When you follow through with things in life, guys, you achieve the confidence, the mentality that anything's possible. Stop looking to the past for your greatest moment. Know right now, your building, your greatest moment about to be. Think of that. You're hurting. You're wondering, how do you go on? The better question is, how can you not go on? Today. That's all you got. Do you make the most of today? Do you make today remembering? I can die today. Today I can die. I'm okay with it. It's 5:00 in the morning. I got a day. I'm excited about it. If it doesn't come tomorrow, I'm okay with it. Because I've done everything I can up to now. Do I want more time? Sure. Sure I want more time. I want to do a lot of other things in life. If I'm not granted them, I'm okay. Because I've done everything I can to live the life I've had. You know, my dogs and my family and stuff, I love them to death. Every minute with them, I embrace, I love it. I never want it to end, but it will end. We leave with the memories and the embraces, the love, the experiences of life. We take that with us. If we do it right, we leave footprints of legacy and motivation for others to follow and take the most out of life. Alive, but also living.
Everybody, I just wanted to say, I had 30 seconds, I just wanted to say, I know 3 things about Gregg Plitt. Number 1, he was a fighter. Number 2, he was a motivator. And number 3, he was a self-made man. Go out and make your future today. Be the change that you want to see in the world. I just want to throw a fucking shout out to my Ranger tab, Gregg Plitt. I love you, motherfucker. Give me a hoo-yah on 3. 1, 2, 3, hoo-yah! Give me one more. 1, 2, 3, hoo-yah! That's right, Gregg.
Truly a heartfelt tribute for Gregg Plitt, taken from us far too soon. And in an industry when the term inspiration gets thrown around all the time, he truly was an inspiration and something that we can all aspire to achieve his level of success and his contributions to fitness and life in general. One more time, everybody, please make some noise, show your respect for Gregg Plitt.